Hi, Sarah Elizabeth again with Life Out Loud Films. And I was recently talking to a producer friend of mine, and we were talking about production deals, and she was just getting into a new agreement with a production company that had asked her to produce a feature film. And she had had a couple deals go bad, in the past, and she asked me my advice and what I do to protect myself. And outside of the basics of like signing NDAs and making sure you have a solid contract, there's three things I would say that I had to learn the hard way going through it, that ways that as a producer, you need to protect yourself for unforeseen circumstances. So in our conversation, I shared these three things with her. And the first one was I take a deposit on any project. As a producer, you are coming in early, and oftentimes, especially if you have your own projects, you're putting your projects aside, you're jumping into this project with the understanding that it's going to move forward. You're turning down work as you're working on it. So it's really important that you have some kind of guarantee that this isn't just gonna dissolve. So I usually ask for a deposit upfront that goes towards my producer fee, just so that it's non-refundable. So I take this before I drop everything else, which is kind of a goodwill between myself and the company or whoever's hiring me to say, okay, we're serious about this. Here's a deposit. Now go ahead and drop everything else and come join our team. So definitely get a deposit up front if you are a producer that has producing under your belt. Also, I get a kill fee negotiated into the contracts as well. So let's say that you start working on a project, you get your deposit, you're working on it up until like the day before you're about to green light, and then all of a sudden the project drops. The money falls out, they decide they're gonna postpone it, they decide they're gonna shoot it in another country, whatever it is, now you're completely invested in this project. You expect to be on it for another month or two plus wrap, and everything just completely bottoms out. And in that case, something, as long as it doesn't have to do with you and you providing your services, then a kill fee would allow you that if they decide just to completely pull the plug on a project, that you would still get a fee that would then help offset all of this time that you've put aside for the project that you turned down other work and are not getting paid. So the kill fee is really important. And then the other thing that I would recommend that you do is negotiate the entire fee up front. Usually in your producer documents or contracts, there is a fee for production, and that's your production fee. But what I've learned is be very specific about what that production fee includes. Does it include just through wrap, or are you going to stay on in post? And if they want you to stay on in post, whether it's for marketing, distribution, post supervision, then make sure in the contract you specifically outline what that would look like, what your rate would be. Because once you get very invested in a project and you move forward, and technically your time as a producer is done based on your contract, if they want to move on and hire you for more, it's much easier to have that conversation up front and allow them to add on to your producer fee than to not have a clear line of where your current obligation stops and where any other obligations would start and what they would look like and what your fee would be like. So I definitely iron all that out. And I think it's especially important for producers, because often the producer is also playing the line producer. You know what the budget is, so to go through an entire project and after wrap sit down and realize that they need you on the project, you're looking at the budget and you know what you do have and don't have to spend, it's a much easier conversation to just refer back to the contract that you set up in prep to say, okay, I'm staying on board and this is what it would look like. It's already outlined in our deal. So those are three things that I have learned to do over the years just to protect myself as a producer. So, and I think too, that also kind of begs the conversation of, as a producer, you're bringing a lot of worth to the table. You're helping drive the ship and you're helping make the film possible. So really sit and own your worth, and do not be afraid to ask for some of these things, which is not asking for too much. It's not asking for more. It's just protecting you and looking ahead at all the potential situations that could happen, and protecting yourself and your time and your talent at the beginning. Hopefully those tips will help you as you start to approach some of your producer contracts in the future. future. If you need any help, as always, we are here at lifeoutloudfilms.com. Thanks.